to lose our house. We want this to be our last place to live, and to be able to support ourselves and do what we need to do on our own land, as growing vegetables, doing our own food, because of the growing way of our world. We need to be self-sufficient. And to be self-sufficient on your own property should be your right, and should not have any government influence at all, especially without warrant. And if you get a traffic ticket and you think it's unfair, you appeal it. The only obligation you have to do is to pay maybe the court fees, whatever that would be. You are not fined and stopped at the door to pay an amount of money just to defend your own rights. This is outrageous, and this is not, to me, is not legal or even fair to a person that's trying to make it and make his community better. So with that said, I'm very opposed to this code enforcement, and I urge the board to just disregard it and get it away from us people so we can live our lives without influence from the government. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
My name is Kenneth Baldwin. I live in the Douglas City area. There's an ancient Chinese text, the Tao Te Ching, which speaks to the relationships of people to their government and to their community and to their world. And there's a passage in that that says, when the government does not trust the people become untrustworthy. And what I see happening, I've been in this county for 41 years, and I've watched a constant flow of increasing regulation of what people are able to do on their private property and on public property. And obviously, there are people whose actions are egregious, that harm other people and harm the environment. And so we try to regulate those people, but in the process of doing that, you regulate everybody. And you cut off our ability to be creative and to be able to create a world that is better. You actually restrict the solutions to our problems. When my brother and I moved on our property, we lived on, well, he's passed away, but we lived on 65 acres. We moved into the basement of what had been a miner's cabin. The cabin was gone, there was just the basement. We put poles across the top, we put sheet metal, and we lived in that until we were able to get some money together to start building very primitively, and then we added on to that. Under your code enforcement regulations, we would not be able to do that. And both my brother and I, he became a carpenter contractor, built homes for people, remodeled. I became a registered professional forester. We both contributed immensely to this county. We employed people, and we built things and created things that have benefited this county. What you're doing is you're saying people who don't have the resources to come in here and build something that's up to your standards somehow is not desirable in this community. And I don't agree with that. And I think this, I've said it before, I think it's a mistake to go down this road that you guys are going down.
Okay, do we have anybody else? Any other public comment?
From the Hayfork area. I'm very much opposed to the $1,050 fine or fee to have a hearing. I met a man recently whose appeal to have it waived was denied. He was in tears. He was looking for donations so that he could pay for this process to have a hearing. I'm very dismayed that this is even an issue. It's clearly stated in the Fourth Amendment that we are secure in our person, our houses, papers, effects, and they shall not be violated. And no warrant shall issue upon probable cause supported by oath of affirmation. So that means it must be a deputy or someone under the sheriff that's allowed to make these warrants. Government is elected to protect our rights, and you weren't elected to be able to make, I guess they're called administrative warrants, and it's very vague in the whole manual. There's inspection warrants. There's a couple other ways they said it. I can't remember, but I'm very opposed to this. It's not fair, and thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mike Ware, Hayford. You asked to have this addressed as the manual. Well, 3.5 years ago I had a heart transplant. And I thank God that the doctors that read their books, studied their manuals, read their guides, and followed what they were instructed properly. To instruct someone wrong, and simply because you already have it in place does not make it right, is just as wrong as it could possibly be. You're doing so, you say you're not making any changes. No, you brought to light exactly how many constitutional violations you already have existing. And you won't let anyone address that. Basically, you priced it out of range for anybody. I don't think any one of you would want to spend $1,000, $50 to have anything heard, ever. To have anything opposed that you don't like. But that's what you put on us. That's what you're putting on us, and now you're instructing people to do this for you. Correct? Is that not what a manual is? Is that not what this guide is? Is it instructing these gentlemen? They want to uphold the Constitution. They want to do their job. They want to do it right. And if they follow your guideline, they'll be breaking the Constitution. They'll be violating the law. And that could be led to arrest. That could be leading to any number of lawsuits, any number of other problems. So a training guide that teaches wrong should never be accepted. I oppose it.
Thank you.
My name is Jim Stowell. I'm from Hayfork, California. I oppose this ordinance that they're trying to put through. It's not a law yet. It's not a code yet. It's a proposal. It violates my constitutional rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Article 4 of the Constitution, which each and every one of you supervisors, county employees here, swore as you took office to uphold and defend, and you're not doing it. To me, it's a communistic dictatorship proposal. Communistic dictatorship to tell the people how to run their own lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
My name is Gail Gooding. I've been a resident of Hayfork for 8 months. I started working when I was 14. I've worked and paid taxes and been responsible for myself my entire life. I did not retire and move to Hayfork